You know, I've never met another Wookiee, Chewie, so it'll be great to finally meet your family. You mean to tell me you've been naked all these years?
Lately, I've been feeling the urge to dive into the character of Han Solo and create another video that adds on to my existing Star Wars character analyses. But instead of doing another simple breakdown for this video, I decided I wanted to revisit this often criticized Solo film. Disney's choice to explore Solo's backstory intrigued me, and I believe it could be something very interesting if it was executed correctly. The House of Solo stories in the comics had piqued my interest before, so I figured this movie might be some sort of a hidden gem. It might be something really special. And I was especially surprised to see that they decided to actually recast Harrison Ford, rather than de-aging him and making him look like some uncanny valley Luke Skywalker like they had done before. So, after giving the film another watch, what are my thoughts? Well, yeah, it was alright. I must admit, though, it was better than I remembered. So, join me as I take a closer look at Solo, a Star Wars story. This movie came out at a really weird time. It was when Disney was still trying to figure out what exactly they wanted to do with Star Wars. But I would be willing to bet if this movie was made today, it wouldn't be a movie. It would in fact be a poorly paced 6-episode series on Disney+. So, to be totally honest with you, the fact that this movie was actually a movie felt like a breath of fresh air to me. I was able to sit there and watch a single confined story with reasonable stakes, and a followable plot within a 2-hour time slot. I didn't have to wait weekly for it to come out, and it was okay, you know what I mean? It was not as bad as some of this other sludge Disney Star Wars has been putting out as of late. So, what is this story even about? Well, the story is about the early adventures of the iconic character Han Solo before the events of the original Star Wars trilogy. The film explores Han's journey from a young, ambitious street thief on the planet Corellia to becoming the charming and roguish pilot that we know today. Han Solo, played by... oh, holy fuck, these names aren't going to be easy, are they? Eldon Ingeridge joins forces with a band of misfits, including Chewbacca, portrayed by Jonas Sumatu... okay, sorry, hold on. I'm going to get both of these names right, but just give me a second.
Alden Ehrenreich. Jonas Suetamo.
Alright, yeah, those guys play Han and Chewie. Anyways, so, Han and Chewie encounter intriguing characters such as Lando Calrissian, played by Donald Glover. Thankfully, that's an easy enough name. The story then delves into Han's relationships, along with the origin of his iconic ship, the Millennium Falcon, and how it became entangled in his sort of criminal underworld lifestyle. Throughout the film, Han faces many challenges, double crosses, and unexpected alliances, shaping him into the character that fans have loved for decades. The plot involves elements of a heist, smuggling, and complexities of navigating a galaxy filled with both danger and opportunity. Solo provides fans with a deeper understanding of the beloved Han Solo and the events that shaped him into the legendary figure in the Star Wars universe. So let's break down this plot into detail and see what this film gets right, what works, and what doesn't work so well. So I did want to mention this weird opening because, of course, like all Star Wars films, we get the "a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." But then we don't get our normal scroll. We do get a text scroll, but it's not the classic gold text going up the screen, and it's very strange to me. I'm not sure why they made this creative decision, because you totally could have just put in the normal text, right? I don't know, but it bugged me and I had to say something about it. 6 years into the Galactic Empire's reign, on the shipbuilding planet of Corellia, Han, an aspiring pilot, and his love interest, Kira, dream of breaking free from the White Worm's crime syndicate, led by the crime boss, Lady Proxima. After a delivery goes awry, Han escapes through the streets, eventually arriving at the den of the White Worms. There, he reveals to Kira that he has stolen a vial of hyperfuel called coaxium, intending to use it as their ticket to leave Corellia. Now, I will admit, this is a small nitpicking issue, but it is something that bugs me, and I wanted to bring it up regardless. These opening scenes where we're going through the den, and just a lot of the scenes on Corellia, period, are so dark and dimmed down by blue filters and grime and whatever else they're doing to make it look so shitty, that you just can't see anything. It's literally impossible to make out what's going on the screen sometimes. And I understand that they did this to try to make the audience feel more like they actually are in this sort of gritty setting like Corellia. But at the end of the day, it just makes for a bad viewing experience because I can't see what the fuck is going on. However, their escape is interrupted by the criminals Moloch, Skyke, and Rebold, leading them to face Lady Proxima. Despite claiming that other criminals took his money and coaxium, Han faces a beating from Rebold. In a bold move, Han bluffs, taking a fake thermal detonator and creating a diversion that exposes Lady Proxima to the sunlight, causing severe burns. This seems like an odd design choice in your den from a giant vampire worm, but, alright. Seizing that opportunity, Han and Kira escape in a stolen land speeder, racing through the streets of Corellia. Their plan is to reach the spaceport with stolen coaxium, hoping to use it as leverage to leave Corellia. Han dreams of being a pilot and exploring the galaxy, while Kira envisions having her own starship and freedom from the external control. This daring escape sets the stage for Han Solo's early adventures, making a pivotal moment in his journey towards becoming the legendary figure that we know him for. After a very, very long chase scene, we finally arrive at the spaceport. Here we can witness the oppressive Imperial military presence, along with stormtroopers arresting people. Han and Kira decide to bribe their way through customs, but lacking identification, they use the coaxium vial to try to persuade the Imperial immigration officer. After successfully depositing the coaxium, Han crosses through, but Kira is apprehended. So yeah, that is our basic setup. Han joins the Empire to learn how to become a pilot with the hopes of one day reuniting with Kira. I can't lie, it's not a bad setup, it's clear, simple enough, and we spent just enough time with Han and Kira to make us somewhat care about them reuniting again. So, yeah, not too bad. If I could give it any notes, it would be first to fix their fucking color grading, and second, it would be to add a little bit more time between Han and Kira to give us a better understanding of their dynamic when they lived on the streets with one another. I believe there actually are a few deleted scenes that are just that, pretty much Han and Kira before the whole Proxima scene, and I think that the movie really could have used some more scenes like that, but it doesn't ruin it, doesn't totally take me out of it. So, when you have a time limit of 2 hours, I guess I get it. Alright, so 3 years later, Han finds himself expelled from the flight of this movie. The plot was very jumbled, it had a lot going on, and it never really felt like there was a clear sense of focus throughout this plot. It always felt like we were kind of just jumping on to the next thing. And I'm not sure if that is because there's too many chefs in the kitchen, or how many times the script had been rewritten. But it definitely seems like they combined 2 or 3 different movie ideas together into one big ol' mess of a film, and that definitely hurt this movie in the long run. I don't think it's because they recasted Harrison Ford or whatever, or any of that sort of silliness. I definitely think the reason this movie performed so badly was because the plot. It's just all over the place, and you really can't deny that when you sit down and watch it again. At least I couldn't when I sat down and watched it again. Well, there you have it, folks. That is my review and breakdown of Solo, a Star Wars story. It definitely was a handful, but this video is interesting to do. If you like more long-form content like this, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely try to create some more content like this. Please like and subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below. I'm very interested to hear, what did you guys think of Solo, a Star Wars story? I think it's one of the more interesting Star Wars films that is definitely, it's divisive, but not in a bad way. People just have a lot of different opinions about it.